turns the Gaviola girl on are holes in paper. But not just any holes. They have to be just right to make her sing.
This method of doing this is very old. It's 100-year-old technology. This is the way.
And this is Charlie Porter.
In Europe, though, they use the
He's bringing this technology out of the Dark Ages and keeping it alive, even as the world charges toward the 21st century. Porter hand cuts music onto player piano rolls and plays it back on a band organ which he built in the back of an old truck. Today, he's going to show us how he does it. As you might expect, the tools of this trade are not available at your local hardware store. Porter made the drafting table he's using in this same garage where he's working today. 3 days from now, the 600 notes on this tune will be small, narrow holes painstakingly inscribed into the roll of this specially treated wax paper. He starts the process by drawing horizontal lines. Each line represents one bar of music. Porter describes the music he's about to translate.
What we have here is the chord, a basic chord, the C chord, which is held for 2 beats, and it goes to a C augmented for 2 beats. And there's also a counter melody put in here in the
Even though Porter doesn't play an instrument in real time, he can find his way around a sheet of music.
And also we start the regular rhythm pattern, 1, 2, 3, 4, boom chuck, boom chuck.
Transferring the notes to paper is a mechanical process. Porter has devised a slider bar with a pointer used to select the note he intends to draw. When it is positioned, he scribes a line on the paper.
Now I'm doing the accompaniment, doing the F note in the F chord, and then the C. If I make a mistake, that's no problem because we just X out the mistakes. Even if I cut it wrong, I can go back and put a piece of tape over it and mark it correctly.
And of course, cutting the holes is the second half of the job. They have to be exact. If they are too long or short, the note will not play for the correct length of time. If they're too wide, 2 notes will play. Porter made this knife himself so that it cuts at exactly the right width.
I usually do all the horizontal cuts first, but for the sake of demonstration, I'm just going to do those and then go right back and use a single blade to do the vertical cuts. Normally I do 3 to 4 foot of paper at a time, and then I go back and do all the vertical cuts. This looks rather slow and tedious, but actually once I get my engine wound up, I can go very quick with this.
During the hours he has spent on this project, Porter has yet to hear a single note of music being played. In his driveway sits the truck containing the concert band organ into which he has put $20,000 and 5 years of his life. So it is a big event when he's finished with the cutting and is standing in front of the organ's roll player.
Okay, here we have the completed tune, California Here I Come. It's going to be the first tune on this roll. We're going to be placing it on the roll player. And the roll player is very similar to a roll player in a player piano. It has a tracker bar here. One hole represents each note, and some of the holes on the front are control functions for turning things off and on. And this is interfaced into a unit called the vacuum stack, and this works on a vacuum signal. There's always air being pulled in through it. And when one of the holes is uncovered, it trips a valve up here in the vacuum stack that sends the signal down to the pallet underneath the pipe, opening the pallet and letting the air speak through the pipe. And we are ready to play it.
is being broadcast statewide on California Public Television. This program is sponsored by Wells Fargo Bank, coming through for Californians since 1852. Hi, I'm Huell Hauser, and I'd like to welcome you to a brand new monthly television series that'll be shown statewide on all the PBS stations. Here's the deal. We all know how wonderful it is to live here. The problem is this state is so big that most of us, even the California natives who were born and raised here, don't have an opportunity to see it all. So we're hitting the road. We're going to go from the high Sierras down to the deserts. We're going to travel up and down the coast and visit gold country and wine country and all the country in between. We'll go to small towns and to big cities. Now, to be completely honest with you, I'm not sure from month to month exactly where we're going to be or what we're going to get into. But I do know this. Along the way, we're going to meet some nice people. We're going to learn some California history, and we're going to see some incredible sights. It'll be fun. It'll definitely be an adventure. And you're invited to come along as we all go in search of California's gold. Uh-oh, there's the alarm. Got to put on the seatbelt.
Hello there. My name's Charlie Porter from San Diego, and I built this custom band organ, and I'd like to share a tune with you on it, one of my very favorites.
The Threshing Bee, an antique engine show in Vista. It's as American as apple pie. An honest-to-goodness, old-fashioned, down-home celebration. A celebration of old steam-driven engines and machines, and of California's proud agricultural past. Well, that's the end of our very first program, and already we've traveled a lot of miles and met a lot of nice people. People I'd like to thank for sharing their stories with all of us. Of course, I'd like to thank all of you for watching and invite you to tune in again next time as we continue our search for California gold. Goodbye. Bye. Here we go.
Just ahead on KPBS, stay tuned for a look at the struggles of the Cambodian refugees and their successes as owners of donut shops in Los Angeles on Cambodian Donut Dreams.
Now, part of being a steam engine man is getting to blow the whistle, right?
Right. We blow the whistle. Somebody goes to work early and he blows the whistle to wake the people up and get them to come to work. They blow the whistle to stop for a coffee break, and they blow the whistle to stop for lunch, and then they blow it at the end of the day so they can go home.
Well, let's blow the whistle.
Okay, here we go.
Quit
Shooting time.
This program is sponsored by Wells Fargo Bank, coming through for Californians since 1852.